Let me just summarize what Ruto said in Jazeera. Just fact checking. You can agree or disagree in the comment section. According to him, in his 3 years of presidency, he made commitments. And those commitments, on a scale of 1 to 10, he has already done 8. And here are some of the things he believes he has done. Number 1, he has fixed the Kenyan economy. The Kenyan economy is thriving. Yes. Number 2, he has fixed agriculture. Right now, maize production has jumped from 44 million to 70 million. Number 3, he has fixed education. Hakuna shida education. Watoto wenye wakosi capitation. University funding model, they are working. Lecturers hata wako wame strike. He has fixed the health sector. SHA is working seamlessly. Amazing. Doctors are not striking. He has employed a lot of doctors. Hospitals are not lacking medicine. Everything is just running amazingly. Number 5, he has fixed the problem of unemployment. When he got into office, the unemployment rate was at 5%. 5% only. And out of that 5%, he has managed to get people employed. Over 600,000 young people wamemployiwa kwa affordable housing, and they're looking to employ even more. They're pushing to 1 million young people wako employed kwa affordable housing. And then kuna Jazeera centers. These ones I've never even heard of them. Nani, on a serious note, if you live in an area where there's an Jazeera center, please tag me or just reach out. I would like to see one. But anyway, kuna Jazeera centers, and these Jazeera centers, ICT hubs, have employed over 180,000 young people in digital jobs ecosystem. Okay. Alafu sasa kuna export of labor. Export of labor, he has negotiated export of labor agreements with Germany, Austria, Qatar, UAE, and Saudi, which have employed over 430,000 young people. These are just figures, most of them, that nobody can ever verify. But yeah, you can agree or disagree with him in the comment section, because I, for one, there's nothing that is here that I can actually agree with. No way. This is a dream that is not a reality.
You know, the genius smart thinking planner is giving you more reasons to endorse that privatization bill. You should accept it, because where is he getting that money to transform Kenya into a first world without hiking taxes? Sell all the national assets, get money, build roads, support farmers, support the energy sector, then boom, first world. For the pro-Ruto gang, the plan looks like a pragmatic funding magic. And for the anti-Ruters, it looks like a Trojan horse for looting public wealth.
Now, President William Ruto, speaking to Al Jazeera, made several claims about Kenya's economic performance, agricultural recovery, education reforms, and healthcare expansion, painting a picture of a nation on the rise. NTV's fact-check desk has compared some of his statements against official data and independent reports. Here's Laban Shaban with the details.
Turning to healthcare, the president noted that the social health insurance coverage has risen.
We had 8 million people on social health insurance. Today we have 27.2 million people.
That claim is misleading. While 27.2 million people have registered under the new Social Health Insurance Fund, this figure represents enrollment rather than actual coverage, a critical measure of access. Active contributors, those making monthly payments, range between 4 and 6 million. While digitization has boosted registrations, universal health coverage remains elusive due to the low number of actual contributors.
The other thing protesters talk about is what human rights groups call enforced disappearances. 2024, it's reported more than 80 people, critics of the government, disappeared. You've got them?
I can tell you, none of those people. I have told them. I have told people who claim that so-and-so has disappeared to step forward and tell the country who are these, when were they abducted, and many of the stories that you hear are people who when you tell them to come out, they don't. They just want to make general statements.
The Missing Voices annual report of 2024 documented a 450% increase in enforced disappearances compared to the previous year, with 55 cases recorded, many linked to anti-protest crackdown. The KNCHR reported 82 alleged forced disappearances since June 2024.
And I'm telling you, we are coming from a dangerous background where, forget about people disappearing, where bodies were recovered from all manner of places in the past. Today, there are no incidences of Kenyans that are executed. I committed to the country that I would stop it, and I did.
Human rights groups, including Amnesty International and the Missing Voices Coalition, published reports in 2024 documenting tens of unlawful killings and excessive use of force by police during the youth-led Genz protest in June and July 2024 and 2025. The government-mandated Kenyan National Commission on Human Rights recorded 60 deaths during this protest.
Do solemnly swear.
In August 2025, President William Ruto issued a proclamation establishing a framework to compensate victims of protests and riots dating back to 2017. An 18-member panel chaired by Professor Makau Mutua was sworn in to oversee justice and compensation for affected civilians and security officers, a move seen as a de facto acknowledgement of state involvement in these incidents. Laban Shaban, NTV.
I have always said, anybody supporting this regime, they need to check themselves in a mental hospital. You are a mental case. Now I know when I'm dealing with anybody who is supporting this regime, I deal with you with care, utmost care and love. Because tell me why. Mumeenda huko nje, mumeenda kusema under my administration, nobody has ever been abducted or unalived by the police. Juzi tu mumefumiwa inaitwaje hiyo committee ya compensation. Who are you compensating if under your regime nobody has been unalived by the police? Nobody has ever been abducted. Tusiende mbali. Kina Bob Njagi wenye wameshikwa tu Uganda juzi. Your government, your administration had put them in, and so many other Kenyans we cannot even talk about. Like, you remember Raila and Ruto in Nyanza, and Raila called out Ruto when they were in the same podium and said, you have to stop, we cannot go back to the 1990s, you have to stop with the abductions and the police unaliving the Kenyan citizens. And he said, the abduction, you tutasimamisha. And then you go ahead and say, under my administration, hakujaitokea. And we have told Kenyans who feel that, their people have been abducted or they have been unalived by the police, they should come forward. None has ever come forward. Really now? When these people ask you questions, these media people, when they ask you questions, they already know the answers. They are waiting for you to confirm or deny. Like on an international platform, you're going to embarrass yourself like that. Ebu acheni nichane nywele as I... Under my administration. You also remember I told the police that you should be very careful. Police, you should be very careful when you're taking these orders of shoot to unalive. And I told you you're going to be thrown under the bus. He has said, under the law, there is nowhere I'm supposed to direct the police to do anything. Today I'm just like shocked. Okay, I saw the videos yesterday and I was like, I was even catching my breath because what? What was that? Even a mental case is not like that, bana. Asaka ni bipolar. That bipolar is times 10, bana.
One time is a reality. He was cancelled last year by Genz. It is now a question of what happens after that. What are Kenyans expecting after that? Even Ruto attempted by saying, after Hustler and Aingia, I'm going to give you bottom up. And then he couldn't explain what bottom up was. What are Kenyans expecting in a new government? Because I can tell you, Daktari, if it's the same thing that continues, now people will say, forget about elections, forget about these systems, let's just have a war here. And we cannot, yes. Because, my friend, the problems are very deep. I talk to a lot of people, I've been a lot of places. All right? People are depressed. There are so many mental cases because of this thing called the economy. Young people are coming out and there's no hope. The economic promise was stolen a long time ago. We have major issues here. And this is not, most of it caused because of lack of money. People are dying of the smallest things just because of lack of money. Smallest ailments. My friend, no. We have 60 million people. All right? If one is not focused on true and absolute economic revolution for them and change for them, there's nothing here. Somebody can sit tomorrow under that united thing you're talking about. 3 months, you'll be on the streets yourself, Daktari. You 3 months.
Mido nacheza mdhamini si nakaona dai moshi tazivuta limit ya fuliza imeongezeka nikoma neza shika jag na kanudu sie nacheza kiroro neza fika soko turirime mdagi meditation naki shusha kibandaski cha podonde neza rada nama vuta izoma